What's going on, guys? Blake Moore Motoring here today, and I'm bringing you a video where I'm going to be calling 3 different insurance companies and trying to get a quote on how much insurance will cost a month on me for a 5.0 Mustang 13 to 14 year. In my most recent video, I went over with you guys my plans for what I want to do to my 13-14 Mustang GT. But I thought it would be a good idea first to set a good price point and see how much it's really going to cost me to own one of these cars. So we're going to start out by calling USAA, Geico, and then State Farm, who I already have my insurance through. This morning I visited Google and I searched what the cheapest insurance was for auto insurance, and it came up that these were the top 3 for cheapest auto insurance. So keep in mind, I already do have a State Farm policy going for me, so it could be a little bit cheaper for them because I'll be getting like a multi-car discount and stuff, because even though I pay for my own policy, I still have it worked in that I'm receiving a discount from my family for all the cars that are under that account. Alright guys, so first I thought I would share my driving record with you. That way you guys can get a good idea of what will be contributing to these quotes I'll be receiving. So I'll start out by saying in my lifetime, I've been pulled over by the police a total of 3 or 4 times. And I was pulled over 2 to 3 times in my first car, which was a Chevy Cobalt LS with a 5-speed manual. And every time I was pulled over in that car, I was let off. However, whenever I bought the 2002 Mustang GT that I have now, I was pulled over about 4 months ago, and I did receive a ticket. I have the ticket right here so I could give you guys a little bit more information. And I was pulled over for exhibition driving, in parentheses, squealing tires, which I was told gave a point on my license. So that's not going to be working well for me, but you guys that are watching this video who are fans of the auto industry and are car guys and gals themselves, you guys understand that our passion can sometimes get us in trouble, so I'm not embarrassed to share my driving record with you guys. But other than that, this is the only ticket I have going for me. Unfortunately, it did happen this year, and it only happened a couple of months ago, but I guess, we're just going to have to live with how that will affect me. So currently on the 2002 Mustang GT that I have now, I am paying a total of $113.94 each month to have full coverage insurance on that car. So being a 2002 and having literally like half the horsepower of the 1314 Gen 1 Coyote, I think that there probably will be a pretty dramatic difference in how much insurance will cost per month on the car. Hopefully not too dramatic. So wish me luck. So first, guys, we are going to be calling USAA to see what kind of quote they can give me on insurance. I do have a VIN number wrote down for a car off of Auto Trader that would be pretty similar to what I would be buying. I'm going to ask them how that would affect me if I gave them that VIN number so they could kind of go off of it, because obviously if they punch in that VIN number and see that the car has had multiple owners, has possibly been modified and repaired at shops, that could probably negatively affect my insurance. But we'll see. On my 2002 Mustang GT, whenever I called about getting insurance, it seemed like the quotes were pretty accurate, and I didn't give them a VIN number. I just kind of gave them a year for the vehicle, and my quotes were pretty accurate there. So
thank you for calling USAA. My name is Joseph. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Hi, my name is Blake.
And can I get your last name too, please?
It's Moore, M-O-O-R-E.
Thank you. And how are you doing today?
Good, how are you, Joseph?
Hey, I'm just living the dream as always. Starting for the week here.
I bet you are.
Hey, how can I take care of you today?
Hi, I was calling. I wanted to get an insurance quote so I could possibly try to gauge how much it will cost me monthly insurance on a car that I'm looking at.
Okay. So looking for an auto quote? All right.
Yes,
Well, you
please.
come to the right place. That's one of my specialties.
Sounds
Well,
good.
let's get you authenticated in our system here first, and then we'll take a look from there, okay?
Awesome. My auto insurance is through State Farm,
Okay.
but I figured I'd give a call to a few different places, see where I could get my price point at.
I appreciate that. Are we the first on your list to give a call to, or?
Yes, you are.
Oh, wonderful.
Everybody military tells me that I should be doing everything through USAA. I will admit, so far I've found cheaper routes through State Farm, but my family's been with them for years and years, so that kind of contributes.
Sure. Yeah. And when it comes to insurance, I will say this: you will find cheaper insurance out there than USAA.
Yeah.
Whether it's cut rate insurance companies, that kind of stuff, they do exist. I'm be totally transparent about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's kind of the way I see USAA is different, right? And I've been a USAA member, before I was an employee for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And what I've come to find is really what differentiates USAA is that it's a member-owned organization.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was started that way. It's continued that way. I don't know if you know this, but USAA was actually started by 25 Army officers.
Oh wow!
Back in 1922. It's been around for a little while. It actually started by these officers looking to get auto insurance, much like you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone said, "Oh, you guys are soldiers. You're too high risk. We're not going to insure you."
Yeah.
And so, well, that's messed up, right? So that's why they ended up creating their own auto insurance organization and insuring each other. So that kind of philosophy of members taking care of each other, that still exists today. That's still what we're all about.
Yeah.
And being member-owned means, like, there's no investors. Like, for example, you cannot buy stock in USAA.
Mm-hmm.
It's not publicly traded or anything. We're owned by members, much like you and me, right?
Very nice.
So that also means that we can look beyond just profit and revenue and say, well, what's our actual priority? What are we all about? And for us, that's fulfilling our mission to facilitate the financial security of our members.
Yeah.
So whenever we create a contract, right, create a new policy or service, it's with that mission in mind. So what you end up getting is these contracts for insurance that are really comprehensive, right? They really take care of our people, which means they're a better quality, right? We tend to rate really high on the strength of our contracts and our claim service. When you actually make a claim, like, we don't make you jump through a bunch of hoops or something to try to not pay you or something like some other insurance companies do. Like, this is our time to kind of deliver on our promise.
2 hours later. Many unbearable hours later.
Savings opportunities you have for what you already have.
Yeah.
Right? So, for example, if you do renters and auto, like, they tend to save each other, that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my huge spiel there. Does that kind of help you understand what we're all about?
Yeah, I understand.
All right, right, to actually protect you.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's kind of what we're all about. We have grown into more than just an insurance company, though, over that, almost 100 years. So we do insurance like auto, like we're talking about today. We also do renters, homeowners, valuable personal property, umbrella, list goes on there. We're also a full-service financial institution and everything that implies. We also do investments. We also do life insurance, health insurance. List goes on around about 160 different products and services. Because of your military service, you have access to all of them.
Awesome.
Right? So when people say, hey, you should do more stuff with USAA, like, I have to agree, right?
Yeah.
I do. I have been for a while. There's a lot out there. And the more things you do with us, you'll find that most states allow us to do bundling savings.
Mm-hmm.
So the more things you're doing with us, the more. What are you driving these days?
Right now I do have a Mustang, and that was my first sports car, and I'm actually calling about another Mustang.
Another one. You got the Mustang fever, huh?
I do.
Well, what are you looking at? You get like one of the, is that the Boss or whatever? Is that the one?
That does interest me a lot, but right now I'm looking more at a base model GT 5.0 liter to see how much it costs me, because right now I own it's only got 40,000 miles on it. It's like brand new, but it's a 2002 Mustang, and being as old as it is, I'm already paying $113 a month on that. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I think jumping up over a decade, and
Right.
over a decade, more than 200 horsepower jump, I'm afraid my price is going to be quite a bit higher.
Okay, I get it. Well, we'll find out. Is there a specific one you're looking at that you have the VIN for and everything? Or?
See, that's one thing I was going to ask you is I have a couple of them, obviously, that I'm looking at. I wrote down the VIN number for one of them to see if, maybe punching some of those numbers in there would give me, like, a little bit more accurate of a quote.
It absolutely will,
Yeah.
VIN is going to be the most accurate way to go to that. So I would suggest let's use the VIN to kind of run the quote. Otherwise, we're kind of like picking like this range of trim levels and that kind of stuff, which is going to be less accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, perfect.
So when we get to that point, I will ask for that VIN and we'll punch it in there.
Sounds good.
Okay. Currently, I'm showing you're with State Farm. Okay. You've been with them less than a year. Looks like you currently have bodily injury limits set for $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident. So that sound about right?
Yep.
All right, excellent. Okay. And so drivers, we're just going to stick with you for now. Okay. For the vehicle, what is that VIN?
It is 1ZVB2E52307777.
Punch this in there. All right, 2014 Ford Mustang. All righty. And would you be having a loan on the vehicle? Or
Yes.
would you be paying for it outright?
Yeah.
ID would be to register it in Missouri under a personal registration, like non-business. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And of course, you'd be the registered owner, right?
Yes.
As far as like safety features and that kind of stuff, I'm showing that vehicle has driver and passenger front and side airbags, along with an anti-theft system, the arms and the keys removed. So that sound correct so far?
Yes, it does.
Okay, now we're going to go over your information as a driver. Do you own it's kind of a weird question, but do you happen to own a motorcycle or ATV?
I don't necessarily own it myself. It's my dad's. My dad owns 3 motorcycles, and I mean, I ride all 3 of them, but
Okay.
yeah.
What about a motorhome or trailer?
No, I do not.
Okay, all right. Let's do more questions. Going to see, I think, if we want to expand different areas of business, that kind of thing. But anyway, okay. Now, for your information as driver, okay, we got you listed as a vehicle operator with a regular driver's license that's active, issued out of Missouri, and I'm showing your driver's license number. Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. All right. And your name as it appears on your driver's license, what does that show there?
Blake Thomas Moore.
Okay, it's got your middle name all spelled out.
Yeah.
And that's Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what age were you when you first received a license to drive?
16.
16. Alrighty. And are you currently a full-time student?
Yes.
Listen to our next question. Based on national averages for someone of your age and gender, we would guess about 18,000 miles driven per year. I'm imagining you have maybe a more accurate number I could put in there.
Yeah, right now in the Mustang I own, it is my daily driver, and I have it down with my insurance as 7,500 miles annually. I would say that with the new Mustang, it would probably be less than that, but if you want to say 7,500, that'd probably be pretty fair.
Okay, I'd say whatever number you give me,
Yeah,
whatever you think is accurate, I'll put it in here.
Yeah, I'm literally 2 miles to work and 3 miles from school. Like,
excellent. Okay. All right, so I'll put 7,500 in there. All right. Let's push on. Okay, so the way this works is at the point where you say, "Hey, this is a great quote. I like it. Let's issue it." That's the point when we will order an official motor vehicle report and everything. It'll show like accidents and tickets and that kind of stuff. So to keep things accurate before we get to that point, a couple questions for you. Now, again, in this case, when I say household, I'm just talking about you. Okay.
yep.
All right, first question. In the past 5 years, has any driver in your household had an accident that paid out $750 or more in damages?
No.
Excellent. Next question. In the past 3 years, has any driver in your household received any tickets for moving violations?
And you said this does include me?
This just you.
Just me.
In this case, the household is of you, one
Yep.
person.
Yes, 4 months ago I did receive a ticket.
Speeding ticket, or what was it?
I have the ticket right here so I can be accurate. What it says is exhibition driving, and then in parentheses, squealing tires.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
And has this already like gone through the court system and everything, or is it still pending? Or?
No, it's
okay.
yep.
Okay, let's see. We got. No. I'm looking at this big list of things here. There's like negligent driving. There's just other. There's racing or participating in any manner of racing. There's reckless driving, speeding. Which of those do you think fit that the best?
Boy, exhibition driving.
Kind of sounds like maybe reckless.
I'd say probably either one. That's whatever.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is what it is. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Yep. I sure do. Okay. That on there. Try one more thing here. Let me try. I'm gonna try other moving audios. Let's try that.
That'll work.
Okay.
I have like a citation number. I don't know if that's something you can put in or if that helps at all.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting something else here. I'm trying to figure out why. So it's giving me a decline, but I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that here. Because it shouldn't be for like a ticket. That shouldn't have anything to do with this. Oh, I wonder if it is placement. So let me do a little bit more research on this and figure out, because I know Missouri can be a little bit weird. So let me kind of explain it this way. I think I know what's going on here, but I will find out for sure. So within Missouri, there are certain. So each state has different laws, right?
Yeah.
And some states are like take all commerce states, and they say, hey, even if someone's not affiliated with the military, you still have to offer them auto insurance and things like that. So there's kind of weird stuff going on. I believe Missouri, if I remember correctly, is one of them where not all of our like pools of placement are acceptable within that state.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like for example, being enlisted, you're in a certain pool of eligibility, right?
Yeah.
Officer might be in another pool of eligibility. Your family member, that kind of stuff, different pool. Let me figure out exactly what's going on here, because I think that's what's going on. But I'll find out for sure, and then I'll come right back to you. So I'm going to put you on a brief hold. Let me do a little bit of research, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, hold on a second. Dave, you want to write this down too?
Yeah, give me that again.
Sure. 11, so November 24th, 2016.
Okay.
Okay. So I'd suggest getting that cleared up. Now, for the time being, what that kind of means is essentially I can't issue the policy the way that we're quoting it today. Okay? However, there is kind of a plan B there, right? And this is how this works. Remember I was asking about like motorhomes and motorcycles and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
ATVs and whatnot. Here's why I'm tying that in, right? There's certain instances where USA doesn't specialize in underwriting certain types of risk. Okay, motorcycles are an example of that, right? So when people have motorcycles they want to insure through us, what we actually have done is a different company will do the underwriting, essentially monetizing the risk for that, and then but we still issue them, we can service them, that kind of stuff too. So in this case, that would be the plan B, is saying I could pull on one of my reps that specializes in these different kinds of underwriting policies. We call it our agency partnerships, and they can give you a quote that way. Would that be helpful for you?
I tell you what, for now, I think I'm just going to try to get this cleared up, and I'll try again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you like, that's pretty much all of the information I have on that one. Is it does show you as the operator with that date. The description says reckless driving.
Does it say the vehicle or anything like that?
I don't see it with what's popping up on my end. Because when I first saw it, I thought, oh, maybe that's talking about the thing you were just telling me about, right? But I'm like, wait a minute, that date's way different, you know?
Yeah.
That's a while ago. Let's see if there's anything else. No, that's all that I'm seeing so far. So, yeah, maybe see if you can do a little research and figure out what that came from. I mean, it could be a situation where I've seen sometimes where if information wasn't entered incorrectly on, you know, the police site or something like that, if someone was a passenger in a vehicle and for some reason they wrote down your, you know, license number or something like that, things can get crossed that way. But with accidents, I tend to get more information on the reports. In this case, I don't see a whole lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right.
Alrighty. Well,
my apologies, it kind of came down that way. But is there anything else all I can do for you today, or
nope, that'll do it.
Questions you have for me? Okay. Well, hey, best of luck to you getting that Mustang and everything. I hope that all works out. And once you do get things kind of figured out on the back end, you feel free to give us a call and we'll take a look at it again. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye. Alright guys, so I am only into my first call about getting a quote on insurance, and I have no idea what just happened there. So if you guys couldn't tell, I don't know how well you could hear the cell phone. I tried to put it on speaker so you could hear the conversation we were having. But basically, he pulled up my driving record, and I told you guys about the one ticket I had, and that was the first ever ticket I received, and I know that for sure because of how much it tore me up whenever I did receive it. However, he's pulling up in his records that I had received a ticket on November the 24th of 2016, and that information is 110% false. At that time, I was still living at home with my parents. Trust me, if I would have received a ticket, I would have remembered it. So I guess we're going to call the DMV and see if we can get that figured out. So I don't know. I want to call and get the rest of these quotes, but I guess we will see how it goes. I'm going to call the DMV now and just see how quick of a process maybe that will be, or if I can just keep calling to get quotes and see if other people are pulling up this information. But I probably will not video my call with the DMV for you guys. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Wish me the best of luck.